Okay, time for number 6 on our top 10 list of video games and restaurants. As usual, we're going to start with me, and I suppose I'm going to have to go with Gran Turismo 2. Now, God, when did this game come out, Seth? Like 2000 or?
I want to say almost 99.
Before that, yeah. It was for the PS1.
Well, look real quick.
But you could play it on the PS2, obviously. And it came out on the PS1, so analog controls weren't even a thing. But you could play it with analog controls.
December 23rd, 1999.
So basically 2000.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, this game, it's Gran Turismo. It's what you think it is. It's a racing game. It's really fun, too. I mean, it was supposed to be a driving simulator game back in the day. Like, they did their best to simulate the real driving experience. And, I got it when I was like, hell, I don't know, 10 or 12 or something, and really didn't really know what I was doing. I just played it. It was fun, whatever. And then cousin of mine brought his memory card over, copied it to ours, and he had already beaten like pretty much everything. So I had all the cars and money and everything, and that's when I kind of learned, all the really cool vehicles, all the fastest cars and all that crap. But anyways, didn't play it for a while. Ended up coming over to your house.
Yeah.
Summer of like 2013, maybe
Probably 12.
something like that.
12, 13, one of them summers that we were beating all them games.
Yeah. Hung out with you basically 2 or 3 days at a time every week for God knows how many months in a row, and just beat the absolute hell. I think I 100%ed it, didn't I? Beat all the endurance races and everything.
I would kill if we still had the memory card or just some kind of photo proof that happened. I really wish.
I might have that memory card.
I really wish
maybe
you'd played it like on the PS3, which this is before the PS4 came out. So if you'd played it on the PS3, it would have been logged.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Well, maybe one day we'll.
But I was busy playing the PS3.
might do it on the channel one of these days, though. I mean, because I do want to get a Let's Play of that. But anyways, definitely one of my top 10 games for sure.
It's funny that the Gran Turismo 2 video on the channel is like the second most viewed video.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is. It's got like
it's one of the first
thousands
actually
of views.
Edited videos we made.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's got like almost 12,000 views, and all it is just a video about how quick you can beat the. It's not even.
It's basically how to get a really fast car really quick into the game without having to try that hard.
Yeah, without grinding a whole lot.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, number 6, definitely just because of the nostalgia value. It's a really fun game. I've just beaten the crap out of it. And I just I can't not put it in my top 10. So
funny story about it is when he would come over and play it, so I had a big 50-inch TV. I'm sitting there playing my PS1 games.
Oh yeah,
I had the 50-inch and I had my PS3, and we'd play PS3 games or whatever. But a lot of it, this was the summer of trying to complete games, so I was playing a lot of older games. Anyways, he's got an old 13-inch box TV sitting on his legs. With an old one of the slim PS2s hooked up to it.
Yeah.
Oh man! Actually, it was actually on a desk next to my table, but he said it hurt his neck too bad.
Yeah. The TV, the smaller TV I was playing on was at the foot of the bed, and I got tired of having my head turned to the side to play it, so I picked it up and set that whole TV on my legs. Man, that was a.
These are heavy TVs too. I mean, it wasn't. Looking back, it's not that heavy, but sitting on your legs.
It's one of them old ones. It's like a monitor for an old computer. But yeah, that's funny. I forgot about that too. Yeah, so that's my number 6, Gran Turismo 2. Definitely a fun game. Definitely one of the better racing games I've ever played, especially for its time. To come out in 1999, they really knocked that one out of the park. And I recommend giving it a playthrough yourself if you ever get the urge.
All right, now my number 6 is Crash Bandicoot 2. And it's funny how this number 6 is playing out, because while he was playing Gran Turismo 2, I was trying to complete the Crash Bandicoot games, the Spyro games, whatever. But my favorite Crash Bandicoot is Crash Bandicoot 2.
Same.
And the first game, as fun as it was really broken on the PlayStation 1. And I don't mean broken like in a bad way. I mean broken like it was really hard to complete it. And I just didn't even have the mental capacity to complete it the way it needed to be done.
Oh yeah, the stuff you had to do was just insane.
Yeah, and there was no hints.
No, yeah, unless you had like some sort of crazy strategy guide.
Of course, they fixed a lot of that in this remaster or whatever. Yeah. But the second one,
way more forgiving.
way more forgiving. And even the third one, it added a lot of stuff. It was fun, but I still always gravitate back to the second one when I think about my favorite one. And I think a lot of it has to do with a demo I played of it. It was a snow level. And I played it at my cousin's house. And I'd already played the first one. He's like, oh, I've got Crash Bandicoot 2. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, when I'm that young, one level in a demo was fine. And I ended up getting it, I don't know, for maybe a birthday or something. Or I had money I got from an allowance. But I remember I had the greatest hits version, so it was only $20. So I very well could have maybe had enough money to buy it myself. Such a fun game. Love it. I love everything about it. I love the portals. I love the bosses, the levels, or whatever. The warp worlds, I mean. I said portals.
It was legit like the first game, only they fixed everything that needed to be fixed.
Yeah.
They made it run better, and they made it more fun to play.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Oh, easily. I mean, it was so much fun. And then, like you said, we always talk about, this summer of completing games. When he was playing Gran Turismo 2, I was sitting there playing these. And I remember 100%ing this game. And I think you could actually get maybe 105% or something. Whatever it was, I ended up getting it. And this was before relic runs and all that. So
it's just gems and
crystals.
Crystals, yeah.
And if you got all the gems, you unlock the secret ending and all that. But definitely Crash Bandicoot 2, I would say, it's my favorite Crash Bandicoot game. And it is worthy of a spot in my top 10, especially number 6.
All right. And as far as number 6 goes on our list of restaurants that we've, put together, I think we decided on a place that's not even around anymore, at least not in Bowling Green, Kentucky. But it's what would you call it? Like a wing and sports bar kind of place?
Yeah,
or
just your typical wing sports bar.
Yeah. It was called Toots. And it was kind of like the Bowling Green alternative to a Hooters in a way.
Yeah.
In some fashion. And definitely lower standards. But it was legitimately kind of like that. Wings. What did they have? Catfish. They were really famous for.
I don't remember if they had catfish.
I'm pretty sure they had like a Catfish Friday thing or something.
They may have. And fried pickles. And just, pretty much anything you could get at a sports bar.
It's just burgers, grinders, sandwiches, and all that stuff. Beer, obviously, they were big on that. But, Toots. God, how many times do you think that we went to Toots in the average summer of, 2012?
It's funny that this whole theme is, this summer of 2012. This was completely by accident, too, of this number 6 or whatever. But, oh, my God. So, if we had a couple days off in a row, you would come over, and a lot of times we would go to Toots, and then some days we would go back to Toots the next day. Well, it wasn't some days. Most of the time, that's what we did.
We never got burnt out on it.
Never.
It's crazy.
We never got burnt out, which is really unusual because sometimes, you eat somewhere a whole bunch or once a week. I mean, even now, I eat something a couple times, once a week or something, I start getting burnt out on it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Never. I don't understand why. And we got the same shit every time we went.
Yeah. I would always get, hot chicken wings. Or, they were I think it was hot, or maybe extra hot, chicken wings, and they were freaking amazing. And you would always get the boneless
medium.
Yeah, boneless medium.
And they had these curly fries that were so good. And
the curly fries,
fried pickles. And it was a small franchise, and I want to say that there's 2 of these still open, and I would actually really love to go down to one someday. But the owners got sick, and instead of just trying to sell it off, they just closed it. I mean, it was very abrupt when it closed. It was open, and then it was closed the next day.
And everyone was shocked.
And the people that worked there didn't even know. They showed up to work and was hey, we're done, we're closed. And it was a pretty big shock. I was, and truthfully, we had maybe 1 or 2 bad experiences there, and we
towards the end,
and
before they closed,
and we did kind of stop going there some, but I still felt like this was definitely worthy of a place on the top 10 due to how many times we went there, because we probably went to Toots more than any other place on this list.
Yeah,
that's actually no joke.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, there's another upcoming restaurant on our list there's probably 2 of them actually that we've been to more by now, maybe, but I'm not sure. But
Toots has been closed almost 3 or 4 years though.
Yeah, I mean, and every night you would go up there. If you went to Toots at 5 o'clock or 6, parking spots just almost completely non-existent.
Oh, it was crazy.
The place was slammed every night.
Which is why, like it was a little while later that it came out that the owners had got sick or whatever and decided to just up and close, which I guess, you don't want to mess with selling it, but I can't imagine somebody wouldn't have bought that. It's prime. It was a prime location,
right in the heart of the strip. Of Bowling Green.
Oh my god!
Man.
And like you said, it was always busy. Even when we would go in the afternoons, 1 or 2 o'clock, it was busy. Mm-hmm. It was rarely a time it wasn't busy, and it definitely is worthy of a place on this top 10 list.
Price was fine. Food tasted great.
Yeah.
Service was always pretty dang good.
Yeah, always.
So yeah, Toots number 6 sounds like a pretty fair choice, right?
Yes.
All right, so there you go. Stick around. We'll be back with number 5 in the next video.